Model planes, drones, rockets, and so many hobbyists gravitate to things that fly. Well, at the Rocky Mountain Hobby Expo, you can spend a lot of time in the clouds with other hobbyists and educators from Wings Over the Rockies Air and Space Museum. And joining me today is KUSA Kepner. She's Education Programs Coordinator for Wings Over the Rockies. Great to see you.
Yeah, good morning.
Good morning. Let's talk about what's happening at Wings Over the Rockies Air and Space Museum.
So we're in a really cool part of our year. We're ramping up for the summer and everything already. So right now we are opening our big new temporary exhibit, Mission Aerospace. It's an interactive maze all about aerospace. So if your family isn't one that likes to go outside and do the corn mazes every now and then, you can actually come to our museum and do kind of an escape room maze inside.
Oh, that's fun.
So it opens this weekend. Okay. Finishing touches are going up on it today, so you can actually come out to the museum tomorrow to do it.
Be one of the first.
Yep.
All right, let's talk about the Rocky Mountain Hobby Expo. How are you guys participating?
So we are one of the sponsors, and we are going to have a booth, and we are doing 3 workshops over the 2 days. So on Saturday, you guys can come out to our booth. We're going to have our paper airplane expert and our drone expert there.
Okay.
So you guys can come. We're going to be making paper airplanes. You can come and ask a bunch of questions about drones. We're not flying any drones right at the expo itself. You need flight cages and lots of different stuff for that.
Yeah.
But we'll have some of our little ones, and you'll actually be able to talk to a professional who does drones for a living.
Excellent. Well, paper airplanes came before drones, so
yes.
We're going to have some fun with paper airplanes here in just a few minutes. Hey, you might be the right person to ask. What is biomimicry?
So biomimicry, one of the workshops we're doing, it's this really interesting idea where engineers, architects, designers, they take a look at nature and grab the designs that naturally occur. So for example, one of the big things in aircraft design right now is trying to get noise pollution lessened. If you walk up to a beehive outside, you might hear a little humming. Inside it's really loud. So that honeycomb design is what keeps it from being super loud, and they're trying to put that into engines itself.
Wow, that's incredible.
And we are actually going to be doing sparrow designs in our biomimicry workshop. Just so you guys kind of learn more about how birds fly and how we can use it in actual design.
And they're called sparrow designs.
Yes.
All fascinating. So you can learn about biomimicry and sparrow designs and all kinds of engineering that's happening. I know that you also have a workshop about sound.
Yes. So our sound workshop is going to be very fun. I'm not going to give away all of our secrets because the presenter would absolutely die. But we are going to be able to play with things like thunder drums. Just going to make a lot of fun noises. The little guys tend to like that.
Yeah.
And then actually during the workshop itself, you guys will be able to use this tube, a balloon, and a laser pointer to see sound waves.
And a laser, okay, how does that work? You can't give us all the secrets.
I can't give away all the secrets.
You'll have to come to the booth to find out.
Yeah, so this is actually going to be one of our workshops that we're doing. Okay. But we will also have it at the booth afterwards and be kind of playing around with it.
All right, that sounds fun. And then what's this over here?
So one of the things we're having Sunday is going to be our vacuum pump. Now, I know that it's a hobby expo, but we also bring a lot of other things to the table when we go to these places, because not only are hobbies about getting into maybe flight or things like that, it also opens new career paths. So we try to teach the kids a lot about all the other stuff that goes around with it. So what we have over here is our vacuum pump, and we are going to play with our balloon today. And at the expo, we'll have a lot more to play with. But let's just have a little fun. Right. If you want to turn it on, let's see what happens.
Switch. All right, let's see what happens here. Ooh, we're blowing up a balloon in very quick manner here. Inside this plastic chamber. Is it going to pop?
It will not pop.
Okay, I needed to prepare myself.
You can go ahead and turn it off.
Okay. And then it's going to stay that way.
It will stay that way until we put the air pressure back in.
Okay.
So what we've done is actually taken all the air pressure out, which means that there's nothing squishing it down on itself. So what it did is it expanded up to as much room as we kind of gave it.
Yeah.
And it's locked in there. We'll open it up in a minute.
Okay.
But the reason we bring our vacuum pump to these different events is that the kids don't always understand that, You know, cabin pressure is there for a reason. If you go
Right.
into space, it's a vacuum. This is showing you kind of exactly what's going to happen
Okay.
if you go out into that vacuum.
Very
So
fun. Very
you're
fun.
gonna-
I'm going to bring Karen back in. This is just one of many demonstrations. We were talking about the paper airplanes. They came
Yes.
before drones, people, and there was so much fun in paper airplanes. There's fun in making them. There's fun in flying them.
There are.
We've got these different kinds. Karen, I'm going to give you this one, which is supposedly a boomerang one, correct?
Yes, it is
All
the
right, you
boomerang
take this
one. So
Any tips for Karen?
Yeah.
So I would say maybe go that way. Try to throw towards light with a little curve. Hopefully it'll come back to you. It's been a little mean to me this morning.
Okay, so holding it right here.
Yep.
Okay, and curve. Whoa!
Oh, girl, you
Ha-ha.
just got it back to you. All right, we only have a couple seconds. What about this one?
That's a Nakamura. You're just going to throw it straight out.
Oh, it was a
Crash
dive
landing.
bomb. All right, your turn, Carissa.
We have a sparrow. Haha.
Oh, kind of like a bird.
He
flying
flies a little more
bird.
like a bird.
Excellent. Do we have any time left to ask about Let's Be Pilots? Is it called Let's Be Pilots?
Sure, yeah. Let's Be Pilots is when maybe older brother and sister wanted to come out to the expo instead, and you still got your little guys with you.
Yeah.
Let's Be Pilots is going to be on Sunday. It's for the 2 to 7-year-olds. We are going to read a book, we're going to have a lesson, and then we are going to make popsicle stick airplanes.
Very fun.
So,
oh, look at
littlest
how cute
guys.
these are. Yeah, and then the little kids love to do this.
They do.
Carissa, this has been so much fun. All kinds of things going on. You keep flying those drones. You do drones.
rescued the planes.
paper drones, and I'm going to tag out here. All right, thank you, Carissa.
Yeah.
The ultimate hobby experience, including workshops hosted by Wings Over the Rockies Air and Space Museum, are all at the Hobby Expo at the Denver Mart. It's October 12th and 13th. Tickets are just $12. That's great. And for all the details, you can go to RockyMountainHobby-Expo.com/tickets.